Because the one I'm thinking of is great. The problem is that I can't lob it. How you doing? How you doing, folks? I figured we would move the various hard, long talk stuff to Minecraft since it's much easier to okay, Mike's in. Holy shit, other than that pets wanting to be assholes, we're actually set to go this time? Clutch my pearls and paint me red. I did not think of this all the way through. See, scripting. Still need to do scripting. And we are still returning to Santo Ileso eventually to finish that game off. Eventually. Right now, if you happen to hear my background noise, you're hearing Biz Barclay. 52,008 thousand subscribers, it looks like, or likes. She is covering Love, Lust, and Disaster Capitalism, HBO's True Blood. Basically, she's the background noise to basically make me think that I'm in a room with other people, rather than just here with the cats and slowly driving myself insane, because, oh, screw it, I'll let y'all in behind the curtain. Why not? That curtain's basically been a sheer veneer thing the entire time. I'm learning all of this. Eventually we may relaunch the channel, and we'll take all this and put it behind some kind of a paywall, because it's rather embarrassing, isn't it, folks? The learning process. If you think I'm being brave, throw me a like and a subscribe. I'm done doing the self-promotion thing. But, either way, what we were getting on with is with the kittens wanting to get up on the projector and all that, a running gag that we've had going, that I keep telling them to make terrible co-hosts, because since I can't get them on film with me, I just seem like a crazy person, because I don't usually rewatch my videos. Eventually, once I get enough of y'all that YouTube sends me any kind of money, I'll be getting an editor with that money. That way I can just be like, here, mountains and mountains of content. Sift through my shit, please. Thank you. Either way, until that moment comes and I can start being told, like, no, set your camera up here. No, don't say that, say this instead. Until I can get refined and polished up a bit better, one, y'all get the benefit of my undoctored, unbiased opinions. And probably a lot of me yelling at the cats when they do asshole things. Today, they decided to, as I set up, and I mean, fed everybody, got everybody set up good after the post-wake up video of how's everybody doing with Saints Row. And I promise we'll eventually get to the topic of addiction, but behind the curtain stuff, probably skip about 20 minutes. I'm on goss for a minute. But we were setting up and got everybody fed, everybody walked, got my feet all wet in the tall grass, and everybody's set. Everybody good. Kittens got their little playthings, adult cats got their catnip strewn out on the carpets and whatnot that I've made. Everybody should be set to go. We got the Kool-Aid made. I got my beef broth stuff set aside for if recording goes long and I decide to make a nice soupy beverage drink. And everything's set. Practically perfect. If I had a little red light sign, I'd have put... See, did y'all hear that? Please tell me that Mike picked that up. Either way, I should get a little going live red sign like I'm a fucking radio DJ from the early 90s and 80s. But everything's perfect. And just as I set it up and we get ready, it's in the loading screen and it's... Blah, 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 blah. Because the cat light that I have, which is aptly named, it's a purple light band that I got from Michael's like 2 years, Jesus, almost 3 years ago now. And it's a Halloween decoration that I use as mood lighting for my set/room. And as I'm getting ready, everything's set to go, everybody's good, T'Chaka, the little demon cat, decided to jump up on there and knock that fucker right the hell over. So in the middle of, okay, get ready, get G-rated, how y'all, blah, blah, blah. God fucking damn it, T'Chaka, why? Why, T'Chaka? I took special time for you today. I gave you special time and attention. The other backstory to this being that I have long hair, both on my head and on my legs, and before screaming, that sounds accurate, keep that in, but before streaming, I decided to go ahead and give my legs a good shave, because it's hot, and long hair on my legs gives both more spot for that nasty oil from the various poisonous plants I hike through, plus bug beds, whether I shower every day or not, which I do, but bug beds will still set up occasionally in the hair. So it's just easier to shave to the knee or above, and since I like to wear shorts, I typically shave a little bit above. Too much information. Either way, while I was sitting there shaving away, doing my thing, T'Chaka decides to jump up on my back. Now, I'm sitting on the toilet, lid down, pants on, because I'm wanting to get a good line. I'm not shaving up for date night. I'm not making myself fancy. I'm just practical, get the job done, farm man. So as I'm shaving up just a little bit higher than my pants leg, the cat jumps on my back. I got a lot of work to do, fuck it. Let him get comfy and have a good time. He settles on in, he gets all chill. And then I think he goes to take a nap, because I finished 10 minutes ago and I'm still just sitting here, chest on my knees, just, you know, I'm getting too old for this shit. I genuinely think I might be stuck. I'm too young to be stuck on the toilet. This is a red flag. I can't be stuck on the toilet. Meanwhile, I hear him on my back. Like, gonna show my age here, but like that Looney Tunes little black and white cat that we all assume was female, right? That was best friends with the giant, I wanna say English bulldog, because it's got the big old back and it's the one that Georgia's known for, not the one that would, like, be hip high on you and be a danger. More like the stubby one that could knock you over and has breathing problems because its face is all weird. Either way, good dogs. Not hating on dogs of any kind, but pointing out that, yeah, this cat's just chilling on my back, napping, not a care in the goddamn world. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here like SpongeBob in that one episode when he and Patrick visit Sandy for the first time, and it's, I don't need air. I don't need blood in my brain. I don't need it. I don't need it. Oh wow, it's getting fuzzy around the edges. I don't need it. It's go system shutting down. Okay, I need it. I fucking need it. Let me up. Let me up, kid. I need up. I go to grab this cat. I get him right under the arm and around the stomach, because he's like, now, oh no, my bed's moving. I want to stay on the bed. This is a fun game. Chat, my boy, my little boy, almost killed me. On the toilet, fully clothed. He almost made my dream come true of being a fun Fallout backstory skeleton. But yeah, that was in between Saints Row and here, in case you were curious. I had intended for it just to be a quick, okay, get up, stretch, ready, go. And it turned into a, I'm standing here, mining this stairway out, ready to tell you about my dumbass fry cook take on addiction. Because again, folks, I haven't had many. I've conquered most of my addictions, and not through sheer willpower. Mostly through a very strong safety net of one or two people that took so much of my bullshit and helped me out so much. My deepest thanks. Because without them, I'd have just been another statistic here in the country that forgot people and throws pain pills at all its problems. I mean, truth be told, if not for David and Leah, and to some small extent Jody, and my other various friends who will not be mentioned in here, I mean, y'all honestly helped me through a lot of that shit. And it's why I point out, when I say it takes communities, it is community business, not really the government's, even though I wish the government would fucking help. It ends up being community business, because at the end of the day, government don't give a shit. As long as I was there at work, they didn't care if I didn't have a fucking night's sleep. They didn't care if I went hungry. I am a product that pushes products at this point. I am not much more to my government. But to Zoe, I'm a shoulder to cry on and someone to talk to. Patty, I hope I'm a dear friend. To Leah, I'm a brother. To all these people, I matter. And they helped get me through it. And yeah, let me be clear, I'm not talking about anything too fucking major. Just like nicotine, alcohol, a couple of the synthetic things that were on the market, but by now I would have broken my addiction too, just because you can't fucking get them. And some of it is just that easy. I mean, some of it really is just take it off the market, and unless they're a fucking scientist, they can get something close to it, but if you give them a healthy enough environment, they won't seek it out anymore. This will be my solution to getting rid of meth and the like. Because another reason why I never did anything that heavy, one, I'm pretty sure that something like meth or cocaine would pop my heart like an overripened fruit. But beyond that, I'm a child of the early days of energy drinks, back when we were giving them to children. I have ADHD, diagnosed with that one as a child, and as a teenager to adult, I was just told, well, get over it. So I did what I could. I'm one of the few people, I guess, out there that, yeah, it's a red flag. I know it is. I don't care. I will occasionally, in order to function properly, and I function my best after I've had 3 to 4 Monster energy drink coffees. I do my best work at like that. Is it healthy? Absolutely not. Is it basically how I function? Yeah. I say that to continue by being like, once upon a time, back when I worked on the boat and I worked with other people, I was smoking packs of 2 packs a day. Because I thought it was both cool and I was stupid, so I thought it was stress relieving. Do I gotta tell y'all that smoking will not relieve your stress? It gives you something to do for an obsessive personality, or to like get your mind off something. But as far as what the nicotine is doing, is it's stunting your adrenaline, I'd be guessing. And a lot of this is guessing because I'm just a fry cook, and I'm just telling you my perspective on what I went through with it. If this video gets likes and responses and y'all are like, wow, tell us more, idiot fry cook, I'll be like, well then gather round, my people, and hear the tale of what I can find on the internet. Till then, I'll tell you, if you're actually going through it, folks, don't be an idiot like me. Don't wait and wait and wait and give yourself bets and give yourself prerogatives and wait and wait. Go get help. If you can get help, go get help. That's all I'm saying. There's no reason to give these fucking parasitic corporations any more than you have to. And yeah, you have to give them a certain amount. Chat, let me be clear. I would love if we could live in a Last of Us style fucking utopia where I've got like all 50 whatever of y'all. I haven't checked today, admittedly. Sorry. I'm a terrible host. I haven't checked how many people are at the party today, y'all. I'm sorry. But if I could get all 54 of y'all together and we could just go out in the woods, build a farm, and do our own, get like 10 or 11 of y'all know how to butcher meat properly, y'all cut it, we get people to cook it, we get people that know how to keep the land to farm it proper, and we just build our own little community out there. Yeah, I hear it. I hear that I'm a cult leader in there. No. No religion nonsense. People can have what they want. All I ask is that everybody keep it polite, including your lack of it. Everybody be polite with each other. But beyond that, just like, you know, I would love to be able to go and know where my meat came from. Yeah, that came from this group that we got in the other day. Yeah, it's awfully sad that we got to kill them at a certain point, but as a group we made sure that these farm animals got the absolute best care in life that they could get. You know what I mean? As far as like, I'm not, and I would work towards as a person, just especially if all of y'all nominated me as a leader of a group, which please don't, there are better leaders out there. But if y'all nominated me as a leader of the group or whatever, it'd be one of those, I would try to go more vegan, vegetarian much as I could. I just like that salty meat taste. Anyway, this started on addiction and we got off onto everything will eventually link back into, folks, if we could make communism work, let's give it a shot. Because all I've ever heard about communism is, you can't do it, bread lines. You can't do it. People are shit. Okay, well, if people are shit, why don't we just kill them all? That's monstrous! Both things, friend. You can't have both. If we are unrequited monsters that just rot and spoil everything around us and destroy everything unequivocally, unstoppably, and we are literally the bane of all existence, well then no, friends. Kill yourself, kill me, kill everyone, kill everything. Fuck you, fuck off, fucking good day. Oh, you're still here because we're not that? We're not just murderous kill rape bots? Cool. So, now that we know what we're not, let's look into what we actually are and can do and can be, you know? Because, honestly, the main thing that broke a lot of my addictions to make it to where I could quit, I hate it because I wish I could give y'all like a 12-step plan. Step 1, challenge yourself. Step 2, do this exercise 15 times. I tried everything, y'all. I tried everything that I could physically afford short of going to a proper therapist, getting, like, medication, and doing that. Hell, at one point I was institutionalized, and because of the way I acted, they were like, well, what are you on typically? We can get you small, tiny amounts to wean you off of it, but you got to be honest with us and tell us what you was on. And I was like, I smoke weed every day. To which one of them giggled, and I was like, my people. And the other one, I was like, that's it. When I can get a hold of weed, I smoke weed. When I can't, I smoke cigarettes, and I basically work out obsessively. Well, sir, you said that you haven't eaten in 2 days. If you haven't eaten in 2 days, there's no, you weren't working out obsessively. I know, don't make no sense, does it? Fucking bodies, how the fuck those work, huh? But yeah, that's how, I got a broken brain. I don't know, I know it's broken. I look around and I go, oh, absolutely not. This is not how everyone's brain functions. Because if it was, all those people living in the manors, well, they wouldn't be. They would be ashamed. I mean, feeling such horrible shame that they couldn't bring themselves to walk inside their houses without vomiting upon themselves. I mean, I felt shame, and all I owned was a little fucking 3-bedroom, and I didn't fully own it. I'm just trying to get it because it's mine. It's the dead people that did own it, that were my family and loved ones, said, hey, this is yours, son, in both paperwork and mouth and word and deed. So we doing what we can. Legal system's doing its thing as it can, and I can't really talk much about that. But hell, even that, I would tell you, well, what are you going to do when you get it? Well, being that I don't have a family, either find a way to put it on the market for a fair price to where I can get what I need and someone can get what they need, or something else like that. My original plan with the yard space was to, if the house was in a bad enough state that it needed to be gotten rid of, I would take it all the way down to flat, take the piping, have a good plumbing crew come in, ideally someone that's unionized and willing to work with me, to move everything back a few dozen feet, to where basically my backyard would just be a small fenced-in area for the dogs to run about and play while I'm at work. The rest of the front yard would be a more or less community garden. I would set up small cameras just to make sure, you know, certain destructive personalities that are in the family line don't show up to flip garden beds and salt the earth, or tear up plants by the handful, but not really being creative there. That happened. But at the same time, that dream never came true. That dream is dead, and we need to move on, because dreams die. That's one thing I learned that helped me get over addiction, was sometimes we just stuck with where we at and what we're doing. And is that thing that you're about to do going to help you get out of it, feel better about it, or is it just going to get you further in it? I have never once in my entire lifetime found a situation where the cigarette made it better. I felt better after having one for a short period, but then after 20 minutes passed, I wanted another cigarette. So then I felt like I always do when these moments come up in my life of grand questioning and what can I do, and I feel hopeless and helpless and weak. I turn to the people around me, and I turn to science. Well, this is this is unbelievable suffering and terrible. And again, this is just nicotine. But this is terrible. How the fuck do I make this stop? How long is this gonna... If this is forever, I'm just gonna be addicted forever. Mama didn't raise no quitter. Well, no, it lasts about a week. About a week, your system will be screaming for nicotine because, like... I'm trying to think of a good element. Like sodium, I guess. But like things that you actually need, the nicotine has gotten into your brain. And your body thinks you need that nicotine. This is where most side hustle projects and products will be like, buy this, take this, it'll take care of that problem. And it does. It replaces it. What you have to do is let your system purge itself. You have to sit in that horrible mess, whatever it is. In my case, it was easy, comparably. It was just nicotine and alcohol in various times. I never gave up everything all the fuck at once. Also, living in a capitalist hellscape, you gotta make choices here, folks. Sometimes it is just that easy. And yeah, a couple times those fucking terrible voices won, and the dogs had my food share, I had cigarettes, and, you know, we moved on that way. I looked at it as, that's fair and that works out. In truth, that was gross and I should have done better. And that's the thing. You tell yourself a lot when you're going through that sort of shit. Oh, I fucked up there. Should have used the cutting stone. But you tell yourself a lot when you're going through that stuff. You give yourself a lot of leeway. And you should for some things. You really should. But you should also set hard lines. And if you cross those hard lines, you basically, without flagellating yourself physically, you mentally flagellate. You, big word, I get it. You chastise yourself real bad for it. You don't let yourself have a moment's peace with it because, yeah, you done fucked up. How's it feel, fuck up? You feel like you good about that? You feel real good about that fuck up you made? Is it healthy? No. Is it what I did? Yeah, because I'm in an unhealthy place. Again, might I suggest, if you have the opportunity and the chance, go get therapy. Go see a professional who's actually got a DR in front of their name. And that represents a medical doctorate, not a, I read a lot of books and took a lot of classes. Because again, all your doctors are important, folks. That's a skill. That's a, you did a thing and you should be proud of it. But also look at where people's doctorates are in. The self-help industry is disgustingly full of people like myself who basically don't know shit about shit, but they did a thing, or they went through a thing, or they survived a thing, and now suddenly, oh, I'm an expert on... No. Let me be clear. If you work at Walmart and your company will allow you to speak to a therapist or whatever else and will allow you to work with them to get a addiction counselor or whatever that may be, go with it. If there's a system there, utilize that system. But if you're like I was and you have nothing and no fucking hope, step one, sit with it for a minute. You done fucked up. Either you fell for the trap that was set for us, with like your parents always smoking and secondhand smoke being a thing that your brain has literally associated with happy memories, rather than, oh, this is a carcinogen, I'm getting lung cancer right now, oh shit. That'd be the first thing I need you to start trying to do, because that's the first step I took, was breaking the lies, breaking those little bullshit things you tell yourself. Oh, I'm taking the pain pill. I mean, yeah, my back kind of doesn't hurt bad enough to need it. It hurts, but not bad enough to need it. And believe me, if you're someone who lives in chronic pain, you know the difference. If it's hurting bad enough you need it, don't torture yourself. There's no fucking point to that. But if you can it, know that it will make you better for tolerating it if you can. You know what I mean? See, it's not a matter of strength. It's just a matter of I feel like I'm talking out my ass when it comes to chronic pain situations. Because, yeah, I did have, and I have the x-ray pictures eventually when I get it all clear with my legal folks to, yeah, you can show that, yeah, that's cool. I'll show it. But it's like, I've got the x-rays still. I had 32 abscess teeth. I lived in a level of pain that I can genuinely tell you I don't remember. Sometimes I wake up with nightmares like I'm there again, but I genuinely do not remember. I can tell you it hurt all the time. Every single meal hurt, every single breath hurt. I was never happy. I was either too hot, too cold. Pain. Pain was just the background noise of every single thing that I did. And I always avoided pain pills, mostly because I thought, one, due to dental pain, that's a different kind of pain. That's a bone pain. I could have taken all the oxy in the world and it would not have relieved the pain. It would have just knocked me out. But two, I tried what I could. I mean, there was a point where I was doing about 2 tubes of Orajel a day. And that's basically, I just squirt the Orajel all the way across all of my teeth and gums, take my hands, wash them real good, take my pinky, smear the Orajel across my broken ass teeth, and then just try not to bite down too hard on nothing. Made harder by any time I get frustrated just as an instinct, because as a child I was always taught, if you don't fucking shut up, I'm going to give you something to talk about. If you're going to cry, I'm going to make you cry a lot harder. I'm going to give you something to cry about. If that triggered you, I'm very sorry for what your parents did to you too. Yeah, it was abuse. Yeah, we endured it. I'm sorry. It is not fair that they did that to you. It is not fair that it happened to me either. But yeah, it feeds into that kind of shit. You gotta learn how to sit with those demons in your head and start dealing with that kind of shit. And I'm not talking in a self-righteous or a physical demon sort of way. I'm talking in a, you're gonna want that thing, and your body wants it, and your mind has to tell your body no. I don't care what you tell yourself. This is one of the few times I'm gonna tell you, if you're dealing with an addiction, yeah, lie to yourself, chat. If it's gonna get you, because at that point it's a time game. That's all that beating my cigarette addiction has become, and all it was after that first week to 2 weeks, depending on how long you've been smoking and the regulation that you have been smoking in. Like, and again, be honest with yourself in this moment, because you need to be. How much you smoking? Is it a pack a day? Is it 2 packs a day? Is it half a pack a day? Are you one of those badass, awesome hero smokers that, oh, Grandpa's not addicted. He has a cigarette, 1/2 in the morning, 1/2 in the evening. Regardless, whatever you're doing. Break the mythology. Nothing special about what you do when you're an addict. Same as if you were flicking that heroin needle for injecting it every day and you only did a half shot rather than a full shot. Put yourself on that level, because that's what AA is going to tell you to do with alcohol as well. If that's unhealthy, then don't do that for you. Because some people are already torn down enough, and hell, for a lot of the time when I'd go on those spells, it seemed like the pushback on, what are you, a piece of shit, it just, yeah, fine, I am, fuck it, give me my thing. Because if you can't do that to your brain, you can't tell yourself you're weak and strong. The argument breaks your brain. You've got to basically, hey, it's been how long since you had one? Look at the clock. You'll get real good at telling time. At this time period in my life, struggling like a motherfucker to break an addiction, I could tell you how many days I worked at the place I was working at. I could tell you how many hours I'd been any one place. Because at that time, my brain was literally telling me, it's been this long since you've had a cigarette. It's been this long since you've been outside. You should go outside and have a cigarette. Why aren't you having a cigarette right now? Also, if I'm triggering you, don't go do that. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I'm just, pulling the curtain back on the old brain meat as we dig into this terrible, hard conversation. But I think the biggest thing that broke my addiction was a dear friend willing to give an astronomical, life-changing amount of money to fix my teeth. And as I sat there with this dentist, this highly skilled individual and his team, one of which was telling me, okay, now which swath do you want? Like I'm picking out paint on my make-believe house walls. But hey, these are going to be your teeth for the rest of your life, more than likely, unless you pay to get another set done. So, I mean, this is important. What do you want? If you do it this way, this is baby. This is like baby white. by that, they don't mean it's colored like a baby. They mean it's like, this is what your teeth would look like if you had never drank coffee, never smoked a cigarette, never lit up a joint, never had a bit of fruit that had too high an acid content, and took it is white. It is white. As it is so white it would get in trouble for going in the South in places. It is so white if it walked outside it would catch fire. It was off-putting. It's what I would call the puppet teeth. Unfortunately, if you ask most people, that's the one they would choose, because I don't fucking know, give me the white. The white teeth are good, right? Well, my dentist was nice enough to be like, hey, you're paying an exuberant amount of money, let's take a look at these models. And yeah, you could go anywhere from, and they aged it, they set it on age range to clean living or not, and you could pick your color. And they did have a variety. None of them were wild, like I couldn't pick light sky blue or neon green, or, I mean, maybe I could, maybe the industry's gone further. I was test subject, whatever, because basically they didn't know, and dentists called it right. As soon as one tooth popped out or one root structure was gone, the entire structure just collapsed, like rapidly together. Honestly, props to that dentist. He did an amazing job. A lesser dentist, I would be dead. He earned that dental surgeon rank. He did a good job, and he worked for 10 hours, and I lost an entire 10-hour period. Literally, I went in there, he asked, what we here to do today? And I'm like, you're the dentist, you don't know, I'm scared now. He laughed, I laughed, and he said, okay, count backwards to 10, and he made me promise again that I had not done any form of various drugs that would counteract the sting they were putting me under with. I applied in the affirmative, because I don't do speed or none of those drugs short of energy drink. Energy drinks won't affect it, right? Again, he, no. And we moved forward. And I basically counted down. The last thing I remember is 4. And then waking up. I woke up and there was a lot of green light. Then I realized, oh shit, I'm feeling a lot of pressure in my mouth, and I don't think I'm in a recovery room. If I was in recovery, they surely would have taken. And I see lights moving or shadows moving on the green, and it's, oh shit, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit. So I lift my arm up. Next thing I know, he puts it down gently, then he puts it down firmer, then I feel a slight injection in my arm, and that weird taste in my mouth again from the mask. And the cat knocked something else down, because I have terrible co-hosts. And then after that, moving forward, I wake up to him just, he didn't slap him, but it felt like a slap. Him slapping about a handful of paper towels in my face, saying, running me through directions that I don't remember now, but I remembered at the time because they were, you know, it's sort of like how you might not remember what the instructor told you as you're jumping out the plane, but you know you did it right, or you don't know because you didn't. Sort of like that. But he shepherds me out to the car. David is waiting in the lobby because he's a good man and he's a wonderful man and he cares. And basically he helps walk me to the car because he knew that I'd be groggy as shit. We get in the car. He asks if I feel like eating anything. We give that sort of half snickery laugh. I make sure to be very careful not to bleed in his car as a courtesy to him being courteous enough to come get me and take care of me like he had and pay for the whole thing with me. And that's most of that day that I remember without actually like sitting here and lying to y'all or making it a flowery story. We had something to eat. I want to say it was some kind of either Korean or Asian food. It might have been Thai, because I had a soup. I wasn't going to be eating much of nothing. My gums were still bleeding and swollen. And I know it was several hours later, but in my mind, you know how your brain does it. Well, at least my brain compacts time into hours when you spend, well, minutes when you spend hours, hours when you get it. But I basically, after that, I tried lighting one cigarette once because it was like, fuck it, I'm stressful day. And yeah, it hurt so bad. It hurt so bad and it tasted so terrible that I just, oh, okay, cool, let's not do this again, ever again, or go back to it. And yeah, I've had one or two here or there, but it's been over 5 years. And yeah, I don't know if that story's going to help anyone. I don't. I hope it helps someone, because if not for the people in my life, I would still be addicted to nicotine in some form or fashion. As it stands, I would argue I'm still kind of addicted to THC, in the sense of addiction being that I want it and I will go through a lot to get it. Not addicted in the sense that I go get some about once every other month. I used to smoke weed every day, but at that time I was in a very unhealthy living environment with very unhealthy people, and literally at times it felt like if I didn't get the weed, my cousin might murder someone and then blame me. So it was like, I always found a way between my being in chronic pain and living with very bad people, it felt like, now I can say it, that, yeah, I would always find a way. Now that I live with a very, very dear good friend who cares more about my health than what I can do for him, take that as you will, I'm able to make better decisions. And I still make bad decisions sometimes, y'all. I sit here telling you right now that getting the weed I'm getting is possibly a mistake. But I want to forget some of these memories that thinking hard about these things is delving up, and the weed has always helped with that. That being said, once I'm done, because of the way my brain works, hey, it'll only be a month. 1 month and it'll be out my system, and I'll make this same decision again. And this time, or the next time, come next month, I might decide, you know what, we're healthy enough now. We'll move on to just we'll move on to just good tea and good times and good talks. Books and the like that. My art supplies and my building. Because truth be told, the other side of this is, yeah, you get pets. Have a heart and love your animals more than you love yourself. That will definitely stop you getting most addictions, because do you know how many times, y'all, I could have gotten a really cool pipe or a really cool bong or a really neat pack of like variety papers ordered or something. But then I saw treats, and my babies love their treats. So I got those. How many times, hell, even right now, the PlayStation will let you know, hey, there's a big sale. Yeah, and now I'm saving up to get big flea medication for my kids. I'm already having to basically bathe them every other day and wipe them down and fighting where I can with fleas. And that's not a, oh, woe is me, weep for me chat. It's hey, y'all, we're all human. I'd never ever want any of y'all to look at my streams and go, look at that motherfucker. He's a shiny golden god. No. I'm fucking crazy. But I know I'm crazy. That kind of gives me the edge. And if you work with me and I work with you and we work together, well, that's a community, and community stands together, and together we can endure and survive. And that's a tagline we're cutting out of this one to make sure we don't lose the cut like we did the last time. We're on day 139, y'all. And when I get back, I'll continue if y'all want me to continue, but without like writing down deep diaries. That's about the cannonball run through of what happened. When we can get live chat, we'll cover it again. I'm not bashful about it. I just also, I don't really want to bellyache about it, if that makes sense. It happened. We went through it. We endured and we survived. I don't say endure and survive because it's well, I say it's because it's catchy, but also there's deeper meaning to it, because, you know, we are all human. Y'all be good. Stick together. Remember, community does beat out a lot of this shit that we gotta endure. And together, we form Shield Wall. Shield Wall is impenetrable. Stick together, y'all. I'm doing my best at being this host thing, you know? We got it as long as we stay together and we build our communities. We will survive whatever comes our way. As always, check out Pissed Off Bartender, check out the Surf Times, check out Hannah Reloaded, check out a variety of channels, y'all. check out some new people, because honestly, if Mr. Beast continues to be in the face of fucking YouTube, that's just sad. He's not pretty to look at, and he's a terrible person. And if you like, I'll get into that rant stream next time. But first, y'all be good. Saints Row be next. We going partying with Mr. Johnny Gat.